Hello, YouTube followers. Today I'm going to talk about motivation, meditation, and inspiration. If it's not one of the three, I don't want it. So, my story for motivation today is going to be about uh, when you're in a place of focus, you have to be able to see past the page that you're on to believe in yourself. So, when we can see the top of the mountain, we can see the picture, we can follow it, and the steps that we take and the breaths that we take, and the place that we are becomes a place to shoot for a ultimate destination. So as we're along on our journey, we're going to find great mountains and we're going to find great places to grow inside. As we continue to grow, we might feel ourselves in that plateau, but meanwhile, if we can see the mountain, we can also continue to push ourselves to become the best version of ourselves. So as we can see these mountains increase, we're going to have to put bigger and greater mountains in front of ourselves so that we can believe in ourselves at a greater rate. Next, I'm going to talk about meditation. So part of meditation has to deal with the ability to focus. Now, as we breathe, as we start to get into ourselves, and we start to challenge ourselves at greater rates, depth of your breath is going to become very important. Now, the strength from within you is a place where it reflects outwards. The knowledge inside yourself is the place where you find yourself. So, as we find ourselves and we become closer with ourselves, we start to understand the things that are going on around us. Our weeks, our months, and our years become easier to face off against. And as we do so, we acknowledge that we give ourselves the time to make time for ourselves to become that greater person inside. So if we truly love ourselves, we'll spend time focusing on ourselves no matter what people say if they don't have enough time. You can always make time for you to give yourself a little bit of time every single day. So as you're meditating, uh, remember that the place and the strength that you have inside of yourself is very special. It's very unique. The relationship, the experience you go through on your days are very important, and that you are very important, and that you should be able to learn from yourself, learn from the energy fields inside your body, be able to grow through your lessons and what you've been through, and identify the best place inside of yourself, and continue to push yourself to be the greatest version of you, so that you can actually start to understand the knowledge that you have inside of yourself. That way, you can face off against this universe and utilize this universe in your favor. Next, I'm going to talk about inspiration. So, my inspiration for today is going to be always remember to make time for yourself. When you make time for yourself, the rest of the things that you will face off against in your day become a lot easier. Because when you make the time for yourself first, you end up paying yourself first, which ends up coming back to you. And as it comes back to you, the reflection will show on the outside. So when you put yourself first, the place on the outside becomes a reflection of what you're doing with yourself. As you get to know yourself and increase in the ability to understand yourself, you'll start to realize and recognize the person you are inside is great, and that the exterior is just a reflection of what you have inside of yourself. So the hope is to feel peace inside, which is actually a form of knowledge. So as we elevate ourselves to a place of knowledge and focus, we become greater inside, and as the reflection shows on the outside, we can actually see the beauty inside of ourselves, which is a very important thing, because as others can see that you're standing strong inside yourself, you'll inspire them, and as you inspire them, they'll want to be beautiful as well, and they'll want the beauty inside of themselves. As they increase in their beauty, as they increase in themselves, they'll remember your joy, and as your knowledge and your focus increases, so will theirs. I do hope that you all have a wonderful day. As we head closer to this holiday, I do hope that your day is very blessed. I do hope everything is well in your days, your weeks, your months, and your years. Namaste.